speakers to have a engaging discussion. So, Alka ma'am, I would like to start with you. Can you tell me at what stage should a manufacturer consider introducing cobots or robots on the shop floor? Like, what are the indicators that suggest that this is the right time to adopt automation?
Very important question. Thank you so much for asking me the same. And it's actually very important to analyze that when you should start your automation. So you should very well know that when to adapt or when to adopt the solutions or include robots or cobots along with your working labor. So first very important factor is when manual processes become a bottleneck, when it's difficult to reach at the hazardous places or the monotonous works which are repeated with the workers, those then you should think of doing it through automation. Second is when labor becomes challenge, like as I earlier also I mentioned that hiring or retaining people is a very crucial factor these days. When it is becoming challenging and when situations to work are hazardous, as I mentioned earlier also, or due to lack of interest on the repetitive tasks. So we should change on making the things move automatically. Third is when product quality or the demand of the product is more towards quality assurance and it is increasing. To overcome frequent defects, when more customer rejections are coming or returns or warranty claims we observe in our system, then we should think of making it automotive through ensuring the product quality. So when the product quality starts declining due to autonomous or due to the monotonous or repetitive task, we should think of the making it automation. Fourth is when you are scaling production, when the demand of your product is increasing and you need to scale on the production. When you are planning to expand your business through new orders or demand increases in that case. Fifth is when operating cost is arising, like when it is difficult to balance out the demand and the balance out the operational cost of the production to like definitely when the orders are increasing you increase on your workforce also. So it's time to think of the automation when demand of your products is increasing and operational cost of the particular production is increasing. In that case, if you switch to the automation, it will save on your cost and it will avoid wastage also, ensuring the product quality. So the resources and quality, it avoids the wastage of resources, plus quality can be ensured by deploying automated solutions. Last but not the least is the shop floor space limitation. As in our SMEs or MSMEs, we know that there is a limitation towards the space available, as it can be easily overcome with the supportive automation in place. So we can think of automation when there is a constraint or limitation towards the area also. So definitely analyzing these factors, we can very well know then when to start automizing our production. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Moving on to Sanil sir. Uh, my question is a mix of robotics, AI, and IoT is making the Indian factory smarter. So, how do you think will the shop floor look 10 years from now?
Hi. Thank you for the question. And 10 years from now, that's quite interesting. So, in my anticipation, the Indian shop floor would become extremely digital, data driven, semi autonomous, or in fact, even fully autonomous for some segment of industries in the next 10 years. Predictive maintenance, real time performance monitoring, energy efficiency, operations efficiency will be, all decision making would be made by AI or IoT systems. Digital twin, edge computing, remote diagnostics will become a common phenomena. Looking at the pace at which everyone is adapting all this technology, and with the industry 4.0 and industry 5, people looking outlook into industry 5 as well. Particularly talking about MSME, production will no longer be a focus of the shop floor. Basically, we could be looking at an integrated decision of real-time data and real-time decision making by all the artificial intelligence and IoT based analytics that would be of more important rather than individual decisions. This is how I feel that the industry would transform in the coming decade.
So, Sogan sir, what are the current capabilities and limitations of India's robotics manufacturing ecosystem compared to global leaders like Japan, Germany, or US?
I think that's a very, I think that's a very valid question. India often, or just not India, I think most of the Southeast Asian markets or even South Asian markets have lower adoption or later adoption of technology when it comes to robotics and automation. It usually springs up in markets like Germany or US, and then to Japan and Korea, and then towards Southeast Asian markets, right? It's largely because of labor. We have abundance of labor. We also believe that we have the most intelligent workforce, which also puts us in a position to think, do we really need automation to solve our problems when we could have people solve our problems, right? And removing people is not the best way to solve automation problems. So bringing in robots alone will also not solve problems. So you have to find a perfect balance of having a human and a robot in its own intelligence mechanisms to utilize it. Now, why is it taking time? Because I think there's dearth of knowledge, there's dearth of experience, expertise in these regions. We hardly find very good mechatronics or mechanical engineers today coming out from universities. Most of the universities are stopping to provide such education platforms. Most of them are switching towards software and software-based technologies as a part of education and curriculum itself. Now, is it good? Yes, because the industry is demanding that. Is it bad? Because there will be a time wherein we will stop producing engineers who are going into factories of future. We will be depending on someone else to do it. So I think we will have to relook at what our education system is. We will have to find a mechanism to bring in technologies like these. If someone thought about not having software or computer science in colleges about 25 years back, then probably India wouldn't have taken the software wave. So similarly, I think someone should take the initiative to reintroduce the value of mechanical engineering, electronic engineering, and mechatronics as of today, or even AI and ML, with a lot of collaborations which would happen between foreign universities and Indian universities, and introduce it to our colleges and students. That will actually improve a lot of adoption of technology, because most of these students, when they come into factories, they will want to incorporate a lot of things that they have learned. This will mean to say, in the next, let's say, 10 years, the question that you posed to Mr. Sanil, what is going to be the future of factories in the next 10 years or 15 years, right? That is exactly what is going to happen. So the student of today, in the next 15 years, is actually going to adopt what he's learned. And if he's not learned anything related to robotics or automation, well, I don't think he will be anywhere trying to do it, rather than just copying what he sees when he makes a foreign trip. So I think we should be a little more cognizant about introducing that to our universities and bringing in people who are skilled that way. So workforce enablement and skill set development at that level is something that I would go after to make sure that factories of future, manufacturing of future is secure in India, for India, and making India a very strong manufacturer.
Moving on to Mr. Mayur. So can you tell, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell how do prototype models help you test and plan before adding new solutions to your plans?
Yes, it is actually good question, because in prototypes we early identify the potential issues, and which is help us to give the feedback to the designer to redesign or modification in the design, which is help us to reduce the high risk and cost for the serial production.